Right then, let's have a look. So, by the looks of it, I've got to go to Titan, assign the task. Let's have a look what we got here first. Right then, tell you what, let's get an antenna up. Let's get that there. Let's get a tent down. Down. Oh. So, it's that time of the year. Everybody's running around like headless chickens. Oh, where am I? Here I am. Everyone's wrapping presents. All to celebrate Zombie Jesus. Yes, you heard that right. Zombie Jesus. Yeah, I know. You're probably busy wrapping paper. Well, wrapping paper? No, that's wrong. You're probably busy using wrapping paper on the presents you bought for your family or this or that. And, you know what, people? It's not a competition. Yeah. Even if you can't afford to buy presents, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just wish people a Merry Christmas. Thank them for their help, their generosity throughout the year. Just be nice. And this goes for the lads out there, by the way. These girls, and men, I'm not going to say just girls, but the majority of people who do the Christmas cooking are usually the women. Yeah. Once they've cooked that meal, yeah, and you've had that meal, that, and I'll be honest, it's not one day, it's not 2 days, it's 3 days of prep, yeah, and cooking. You make sure you wash your plate and everybody else's plate, yeah, and you make sure that your wife, your girlfriend, or your partner, whatever it may be, sits down after Christmas dinner and you go and clean everything up, wash the pots, clean the house down with them and everything, because they've just spent 3 days cooking you, a meal that's going to last you around about an hour to sit down, have a drink, have fun, relax, put everything in the past throughout the year and restart that year fresh. Yeah. A bit of appreciation goes a long way, and your actions, they speak volumes. So, yeah, lads, step up. Even the ones, who are going back to their mum's house or going to their auntie's house or whatever it is, just make sure you are there after the meal and you kick them out the kitchen, because you can't see they'll try and be nice, going, no, it's okay. Yeah, don't. Right, let's get these containers in. So what we're going to do, we're going to put these containers down. That's going to allow our AI to run back and forth in a minute. I've got to go and secure that, but I want to get the base built, so I'm going to put the supplies from the truck into the base. And then I'm going to build a light vehicle, a heavy vehicle that is. And that's going to give us options. Because I need, ideally, a scope. Everybody loves a scope. I only use a scope when I need to, but oh, let's just put this in there. It's good. Uh, Now, if you watched some of my other videos and you actually know me within the game, I'm a bit of a stickler for a bit of order. So eventually when I get to corporal, I will put an armory here. These vehicles will be moved. So you get in your vehicle, you load your munitions up into that vehicle. Yeah. Then you go here, you grab hold of a spanner, or you can get a spanner out the inventory, out the armory, save it. Then you go here and you go in this box here. Yeah, you get your fuel canister out there and you can fill them up. I usually fill 2 and I'll put them inside the vehicle. It'll be this vehicle here. I'll top it up so it's 100%. And, you know, if all goes well, because we're going to put armaments in it, we're going to put a munitions box in there. If all goes well, that should last us, hopefully, as far as we want to go with it. If we need to fill it up, we fill it up, and you know, it's using the vehicle. So I'm going to give you some tips now, right? And this involves the AI within HQ mode. So if you park your vehicle, right, or abandon your vehicle on the road, yeah, or on a dirt track, the AI spend about 10 minutes trying to get around if they can. And if they can't, they get stuck. Okay? So any of those vehicles, what you need to do is get them off-road. Ideally, get them into cover, so into here, into bushes, you know, get them up out of the way. So if you were like saying you want to assault this Houston, yeah, you ideally need to be, I don't know, around about 300 meters away. Okay. And then you park your vehicles up, you know, and then you come in by foot, because these vehicles, yeah, this big gun on the top is designed for 300 to 500 meters. Yeah, that's what it's designed for. It's not designed to pull up on the point and absolutely let it rip. Not designed for that. So ideally 300 meters, yeah, is what that gun is most effective at. So put your vehicles off the road. Think about what you're doing, yeah, because in the long run, just steamrolling in, the majority of the time you're going to get slaughtered or hammered, And by the time you jump out, they're going to be there ready with their guns, and they'll shoot you as you're getting out the door. So slow it down. You know, it's a game to be enjoyed. It really is. And it's a game to be savoured. So we're going to crack on with the AI, with the base building. Okay, so look what, huh? So look, start private. Okay, that's fine. Unload them. So yesterday, myself and Jimbo, he was a good lad, good friend. We looked at vehicles and certain things. So you get a little bit more if you decommission the vehicle, right? So it's like you pay 200 for this, yet on that. So you pay 200 for this, and the amount of times that we see vehicles just abandoned on the road, blown up, helicopters, either broken and abandoned, or need burnt out wreckages, right? So those burnt out wreckages and abandoned vehicles, they are a cash cow now, right? And I'll explain why. So let's just turn this round. Right, so this Titan, if you're looking there, Titan is a dock, yeah, and currently it has unknown, right? So currently it'll have around about 2,000 supplies there, yeah. Now I'm going to put this into context. 2,000 supplies is 20 minutes, yeah. So once you take those supplies out, okay, and it's down to zero, yeah, it will take another 20 minutes for them supplies to regenerate. Okay. Right. So all those abandoned vehicles along the way. So engineers, yeah, you have a part in this big time because logistics wins wars, right? So there's a dock, right? A harbour or a dock is basically where your supplies regenerate. So there, Utah, Dallas, yeah, Goat Bay Harbour. But people, let's zoom into New York, people associate now these with supplies. There are supplies there, yes, but they do not regenerate anymore, okay? So once you've used them supplies, they no longer regenerate. So all them vehicles which have been getting abandoned can be cashed in. Yeah, the helicopters that have been shot down or crashed can be cashed in, and they will put supplies back in. So what you do, you get a repair truck and go around. Yeah, get other teams to start marking. Yeah, so good practice. Yeah, will get that into effect. Okay, because the long game will win you this game, right? So what you do, you're gonna bring up your wheel. You're gonna go to a support request. You're gonna click on that. Yeah. So if you find an abandoned vehicle or a burnt out wreckage, yeah, ask your squad lead, right? Because he's gonna know exactly where you are on the map. So your squad lead should not be like, monitoring the road as you're driving down it. He should be in the back. Yeah. Basically, you know, doing this type of stuff. So repair. So you're going to click on repair. And then you can see where my arrow is. So if I put, hold on, let's just go back. So let's just say I need a vehicle. There's an abandoned vehicle or a burnt out wreckage in Duras. Right, so I get my cursor. And let's just say it's by here. Yeah, the electric box. Let's just say by the pond, right? So there's a vehicle there. So I'm gonna open I'm gonna open that up. Go to support request. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna go to repair vehicle. Yeah, as a squad lead, and because one of my friends or teammates or squad friends has said there's a vehicle, it's burnt out or it needs repair, it's been abandoned, and I'm gonna go boom. I'm just gonna put that little symbol down. Yeah, that will allow engineers to know that there's a vehicle there that needs repairing. Okay, it's a shame that you can't put that there for salvaging. Okay, it's a bit weird how it works. I don't know. But then the engineer can go on his class and basically accept that task. So when he drives up in his repair truck, he can go there and he'll have an option to either repair or salvage. Okay. So if he repairs a vehicle, so there should be two engineers at both times. So if he repairs that vehicle now, right, is the passenger is the driver now of this vehicle if he's repaired it. And he can drive it with the engineer back to base, cash it in, and that'll give him 40 supplies. Or it can range from around about 40 supplies to 500 supplies. Okay. So, you know, those supplies are going to win you the war. They're going to win it. And I get that people want to do this, want to do that, but everybody has to play their part, yeah? So you may have to do things that you don't want to do, but, working as a team overall is the best way. Start building bonds, start building, start communicating with others, okay? Be nice, remember that. Just be nice. Don't be an asshole, in other words. Right, so when he does that, you take it back, and he basically cashes it in, yeah, or salvages it, and you get the supplies for it. Okay, so that's how that one works. Right, let's get back down to here. Right, oh, hold on. Let me get a drink. Oh, sorry about people. I was just replying to a message as well. Oh, the joys of trying to do Tom, Dick, and Harry all at the same time. Yeah. Oh, so, yeah. Oh my God. You know what? Getting old's not an easy business. And yes, I'm an old gentleman. Yeah. So, hey, you know, we all have our hobbies. We all have interests. Mine is gaming. And you know what? I've been gaming since the day, since the 70s. So, you know, games now amaze me. They're so complex. But you know what? The industry has to change. All these, how do you say, indie developers, they are now starting to take on the likes of Triple A's. Oh no. So, get out. Behind cover. Yep, and I've lost the supplies as well. Yeah. So, smoke. Smoke. Okay. That take effect. That's the path I'm going to go. So we're rolling up. Using the smoke for cover, as you do and as you should. Sorry to say that was my own fault. I've only just got back. So there it is. Just seen it then. So let's have a look. I'm going to binos out. Can have a look. Where is he? See a glimpse of it. Can I? Can I? Oh, there he is. Look at that. Yeah, that's a 50 round with tracers. That's why it was one shot, bomb disabled the truck. Yeah. So I've got two over there. That is a fair distance, and I don't think my grenade launcher's going to hit it. I could try, but you know what? I'd waste a lot of ammunition, a lot of grenades on it just to get to people when I could just maneuver using the trees and bushes for cover. Trees are great, yeah. So when you're moving through forest, yeah, boom. You want to plan when you're running, yeah. Remember, you want the shortest route. Stay uphill as well. Yeah, so you're maneuvering. Stay within the cover. That's it. It's not about being direct. Surviving is not about being direct, okay? There's times when you need to be direct, but the majority of the time is walking around. Yeah. So use your brain. Say something funny. Well, if that's in Preza, yeah, you got a shit hat, mate. A shit hat. You'll know what I mean. Impreza is very talented, by the way, within Folklore. Um, he's got a massive surprise coming, hopefully. And it's going to be exciting. I'm not going to say what it is. Um, Actually, yeah, I am. Stuff you, Impreza. I'm going to say it. So Impreza is working on a game mode for people to enjoy. He's been part of the folklore community for a while. You know what? He's a funny fella, great tactics, has exceptional knowledge of the industry. He likes what he likes. He likes to figure things out as well. He's got some really good knowledge. He's helped me in the past. I've helped him in the past. You know, that's what we do with our friends. That's what you should be doing in life, helping each other. Um, but he's got a little, how do you say, a mode coming. I'd say little. It's not little, but yeah, it's going to test you, gentlemen. It is really going to test you. Yeah, you think you're good. Trust me, Preza is going to challenge you. Yeah, he's going to get you in your uncomfortable positions. Yeah, where basically you are fighting for your life while sticking as a team. Yeah, and it will be unforgiving. Okay, so teamwork, building them bonds is essential. There we are. We got a couple down there. It's going to be, I don't know what he's going to call it, but basically it's based on firefights. Yeah. So it's for the more technical aspect of it, such as assaulting a point, assessing what's there, recce it, working your way through buildings, the whole caboose. And you know what? If I know Impreza, yeah, he's going to stick it to you eventually. We've provided some feedback. Whether or not he does it is another thing. That's entirely up to him. But yeah, we'll be with him every step of the way. You know, providing our feedback, helping with testing. If these little things interest you, right, come on the OSWS server, get to know us. Yeah, enjoy your experience, and you never know, become part of folklore and get involved somehow. I've got one down there. What else have I got? Let's have a look. Actually, I'll give you, if I can, just for a second, see if I can find it. Okay. I'm going to read it out to you. Where is it? Gotta find it now. Give you a bit of a rundown with it. That's not it. Here we go. Open that file. So that's what it is. ARMA REFORGER firefights. Right, so it's a cooperative armor experience. This is what Impreza's working on, and it's, you know what? It's going to kick ass and take names. So, what is Firefights? Firefights is a single player and co-op game mode for ARMA REForger. Play solo with AI under your command or team up with other players. Dive straight into handcrafted battles across Everon, all linked through a sequenced based mission system. Experience fast-paced action without the downtime. No long travel, no waiting. Every encounter is just around the corner, ready to pull you right into the fight. Take on AI-controlled enemies and complete a variety of mission types, including search and destroy, investigation, defend the position, and much, much more. An absolute unforgiving player experience. In firefights, you must complete a series of objectives without a single player being killed. Now, this is just a rough idea, okay? So it's not final, we don't know, but this is what he's starting off with. Any death, yours or your teammates, results in an immediate mission fail. This creates an environment where maximum cooperation, communication, and composure are essential to surviving the intense high-pressure encounters waiting around every corner. Firefights are deliberately unforgiving. Squad cohesion isn't optional. It's the core of the experience. Players who charge ahead alone or ignore teamwork will quickly find themselves unwelcome, as the strict zero-death rule gives teammates every reason to vote out those who cause repeated mission resets. So that's just saying, yeah, if you come in there trying to be a troll or with your sociopathic behaviours, you're gone, lads. Yeah, you're gone. And unfortunately, that's how you've got to treat negative people. Okay? Ignore them, get them out, get rid. Don't engage with them. Okay? Always firefights, but never the same fight. This is the part I like. Every mission follows the core principle of fast-paced action with no downtime, but the design and objectives will vary. One mission may have players infiltrating an enemy outpost to eliminate a Russian squad. Another might require coordinating logistics convoys with armoured vehicles and supply trucks. Some scenarios demand multiple tasks at once, others unfold in sequence, but every mission is built to feel unique in challenge and in style. Setting the tone. Missions can begin at almost any point in a conflict, often framed by environmental storytelling. Yeah? Preta loves this stuff. Handcrafted military and civilian elements, soldiers resting, wounded troops, receiving treatment help establish the mood and immerse players in each scenario. These details aren't just for atmosphere. Level dressing doubles as gameplay design. Burning cars, debris, abandoned vehicles, positions to provide visual storytelling while also offering cover and tactical opportunities for your squad. Mission design. Failing and restarting a mission 8 times is tedious, but firefight missions are handcrafted with replayability in mind. Objectives can appear in different locations, and enemy positions are not fixed. They spawn with varying locations and compositions. Each enemy's composition comes with its own arsenal, vehicles, and tactics. Keeps players on the edge, and every encounter is unpredictable. Each restart shifts the layout, forcing players to stay alert and preventing anyone from predicting exactly when or where the chaos will erupt. So the narrative. While Firefight follows a strict gameplay first design approach, we still aim to include a simple narrative that gives context to each mission through visual, audio, or gameplay moments. Players will always understand why a scenario is happening. The story is still in development, but several ideas have already been explored and will begin to take shape soon. Get involved. Developing any game project is never easy, so I need your support on this journey, whether through testing, feedback ideas, Discord brainstorming, voice acting, asset creation, or anything else you can contribute. Every contributor will be credited. Yeah, Pretzer does this out of love for the industry and for his gaming. So the project is planned to enter Bohemia Interactive's annual modding competition, Make Armour Not War, for the 2026 entries. Thank you. Stay tuned. You know what? If I know Impreza, yeah, that's gonna kick your ass, lads. Yeah. So if you think you've got what it takes, yeah, go and play that. Trust me. If I know Impreza, he's gonna slap you silly. So you better have your A game on. Right, back to the game. Right, so I got contact down there. What's that? That's 150 meters going downhill, so it's about 100 meters. There's 2. Okay, so I'm going to put that. And what I'm looking for. Oh, that one's not good. Oh, we got 2 over there. So you want to take a knee because you're more stable. What we're going to do, aim, fire. Oh. Oh. You know what? I know what I've done. Have I? Have I? I haven't, have I? Have I changed my button? I have, haven't I? Yes. Oh my god, I had a fiddle with my buttons yesterday, and I'll tell you now, it has not been the same. So we're going to go into controllers. We're going to roll down. Oh, that's common. Equipment. Weapon. Let's have a look what I'm on. X. Bloody. Who's put it on bloody X, eh? So. No, I haven't, have I? I have as well. So. We're going to unbind that. We're going to. No. Put that on. We'll put that on the. Oh. That's not there, is it? Okay, let's have a look. X. Yeah, so I'm going to put a reload on that. So, there we go. Okay, so I got a few there. So I'll put it 150. Even though I think that could potentially be too long, so I'm going to put it there. So we've played a little, Paul's played a little bit with how things really look. Yeah, we want them to be boom, but we also want them to be slightly realistic. Yeah, and it is a real balance on doing that, because there's mods out there where that it's just, you know, you're calling them realistic, or this is how it looks, and the thing is, it's not. So Paul's goal, hold on, is that one there? Let's have a look. Nope, that's a post. So go on it there, okay. So I'm going to have a look again. There they are. See how they're moving around now, eh? So I'm going to have a look. So what we're going to do here now, right, I'm going to illuminate. Oh, what's this? Text, what? Toot, toot. Oh boy. Aye, aye, tough. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. I got a bit of a headache this morning when I woke up. You know, I'm not going to blame anybody, Tav, but you know, you drove me to drink last night. You drove me to drink. Right then, so where's that flyer? Oh, it's gone. Right, doesn't matter. Right, so I have one still on there, so I'm going to aim at that again. So we're going to set it to 150 meters. And I'm going to aim just there. Bit too far still. Yeah, don't want him to feel safe, do I? Drop that there. Right, time to time maneuver, I think. Let's pull back a bit. Let's use these trees for cover. Because I don't know where I'm shooting from. Yeah, right, most seductive, really? Yeah. I sound like a bag of drowning cats, if I'm honest. I remember, pets are not just for Christmas, they're for life. Oh, don't be cruel to animals. We'll stop frigging eating them then. I know I'm not a pescatarian. Uh, so, I'm a bit of a... I want to stay high, but I've got to go low. Yeah, denting. So I want you to look at that. Look how dark that foliage now looks. Yeah. Now we're taking the night grain off this server because, oh, there's a contact. So I'm going to pull back and go nice and quiet. So there's one. I'm going to pull back for a second. I'm going to watch. So if this was actual players, which this server is, it's PvP, but there are elements of AI, you know, but, you know, good practice. Shoot, move. Don't stay in one position for too long. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to use this again. Hold on, gentlemen. Oh. Right, sorry about that. Freaking delivery. That's the joys of being a live streamer as well, isn't it? I'm freaking trying to work, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. But keep yourself occupied, keep yourself busy. Yeah, and you never know. So, right. Oh, listen to that rain. Listen to that rain. It's like living at home. Yeah, it's like living at home. So I live on the island of Britain, on a little country, in a little country called Cymru, or Wales to the outside world. But ideally, we prefer the word Cymru. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move back up here because it gives us perfect cover. Yeah. Back down there, let's get the binos out. So there's one target. Oh, there's another one up there. However, I want to know what them ones by the flag were doing a minute ago. So we're going to move over back around again, go back in the tree line, because it offers you cover. We're going to breach the crest here. I'm going to come by here. I'm going to lock. Okay, don't see nothing there. Oh, we do have one. There we have one there. See one. So we can move around. Put it into nice and quiet. Yeah, because now the foliage moves, so don't alert the enemy. Oh, birds, hold. Okay. So when you disturb the birds, make sure you get behind a bit of cover. What we got down there? Okay, so what I'm going to do. Look at the binos. Let's check it. I'm sure there's another one. There he is. He's there. So I'm going to sit and wait for a second. Let's have a look. There he is. So he's making his way up. No, I've just seen another. Getting lighter. Just seen him by that box there. Where's he gone? Probably sat down, if I'm honest. Oh, there he is. Just seen him. If you see, he's right on my crosshair there. So I couldn't be able to get him. So what we're going to do, fall back. I'm going to re-maneuver again. Okay. Using the foliage for cover. To retrain. How far would you say that was? 200 maybe? Okay. I've only got flares now, so not going to engage on that. Move up the fence line. So on here we've got a little bit of haze going on when you shoot. It's for like suppression. Oh. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm still getting used to this medical system. Yeah, could be a little bit easier to access. I don't know if it's me, as I've said, I've been fiddling with my buttons. Going towards the light. Right, so while I'm lying on the ground, that's it's a bit unforgiving on your own, like I do, teamwork, coordination. Right. Let's crack on. Back to it I go, but this time I think I may have the rank for a scope. I'm hoping I will. Let's have a look. So, yeah, let's go over this through the fence. Let's look at that. Look at the rain. Yes, it's raining folklore. Not men, because most of them aren't. Well, but little children. Pain in the ass. So, let's have a look. Can I build? Oh, I can. So, what we're going to do, we're going to lay this down. As I said earlier on, put it in a location right there. I'm not worried about camouflage and all that right now. That can be done further afield and further on. But right. So I'm corporal. Yeah. And I need, let's have a look. Let's have a look. What can I get? Oh, the supplies dropped in. Oh, I haven't got any MSAN either. So I can't even buy anything. So my player, yeah, has 115 MSAT. Yeah, that's the maximum I can earn. Okay, and that you'll see that where it's above the yellow box right now. Yeah, above vicinity, that top left corner. So how that works is that 0 is the amount of money I've got. And right now, as you can see, I've got 0. And the maximum I can have is 115 for this um, for this personnel. Yeah, for his role because he's a grenadier. Okay, so that's the maximum I can go up to. And how I get MSAR is basically collecting bits and pieces off the enemy. So as you can see, a pistol is 6, a carbine's 4, you know, magazines are 1, 2, 7, an M-Law is 30, you know, a sword is 47. But if that costs us, then when we harvest the same equipment or similar equipment off the enemy or off the Russians, we store it, yeah, or we carry it. Okay, so personally, what we tend to do in folklore is use the vehicles, we'll load them all up, and when we get to an armory, we'll cash it all in to increase on our MSAR. Yeah, so it's like money in the bank. Okay, so that's how that works. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk back down again. I want to take a vehicle, but there's not 2 of us. So I'm going to avoid that gun nest again because there's 2 people on there. I don't fancy getting hit by that big 50 cal. We got 50 cals. So I'm going to maneuver up again. There's that gun nest there. Let's go over here. So we can't really, it shouldn't be in his arcs right now. I'm going to use this path because, let's have a look. So I'll take this path up to there. I'll come. Yeah. So as I said, I'll take this path up here and I'll maneuver around, come back down. Same way again, I think. And start engaging these targets, which were here and over here somewhere, I think. So, time to crack on. So Paul's still tinkering with the server. It's currently not online right now because, different time zone. But what it's going to be 40 days, 40 minutes of day and 20 minutes of night. Yeah, because a lot of people, they struggle in the night because you find on a lot of servers, they don't play nighttime. Everybody wants to play in the day. Yeah, and it's like, it's not realistic. In the real world, you have night and day. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and the best thing about it is I want to play on a Scandinavian map. I want to play with the snow on. Yeah. But I don't want it to be nighttime. Yeah. You go up to Scandinavia and go and see how dark it is there. Yeah. Especially up in the Arctic Circle, because sometimes it just doesn't even get light. So let's get it in the chat now, yeah? What is your favourite drink? Right? It can be alcoholic, it can be non-alcoholic. Yeah, I've gone the wrong way. Wow. Well, gone down here somewhere. Yeah. It can be refreshing, it can be whatever. But put it in the comments. What is your favourite drink? Mine's a cup of tea, or in my country, as we say, a paned. Yeah, a paned, which means cup of tea. It's got to be strong tea. The older you get, none of this PG tips like or Typhoo or what's the other one? Fucking Tetley. It's too weak. It's absolute rubbish. I wouldn't even wash a cat in it. So mine's Yorkshire tea or Welsh brew. Mostly Yorkshire tea. coffee. You know what? Every morning I have fresh coffee, and that just sets you up ready for the toilet. Yeah. Alcoholic drinks. You know what? I'm a bourbon person. I don't do lager. I do bitter. I do ale. But most of all, I'm a bourbon person. There's the lighthouse. So I know where I am. There's the lighthouse. So I'm coming down this path now. That's right. So stay on the goat trails. Yeah, as much as you can. Away from prying eyes. Covers your foot tracks if they ever implement that into ARMA 4. You know, like the grass. I know it's a big ask because it's all the computer power, the computing power needed. You know, um, whether they can do it or not is another thing. You know, running through here should show. Oh, pardon me. So running through here should show that you're kicking up leaves, but that's computing power. Because that's the thing. Xboxes and PlayStations, they are at a disadvantage. Look at this. Yeah. Your strafing left and right has been nerfed. So it's actually a bit more realistic. Even me running, I'm no longer like Linford Christie. I'm a bit slower. Not because I'm old, as Jibba would say. But hopefully he'll be on this afternoon. And guys, more than welcome to jump in. Give us a hand. Oh. You know what? I've just literally gone in a complete circle. I really have. I know exactly where I am. Oh, what a numpty. What a numpty. I am literally here. Yeah? So I've gone up here, gone round there, come all the way around and back. And I should have just gone down there. Yeah, that's what happens when Tav, yes, Tav, comes into a server. Well, I thought I'll only have one. And I ended up having, yeah, half a bottle of whiskey. Yeah, nice one, Tav. I got fuzzy head today, mate. Fuzzy head. But you know what? I don't drink very often. Oh my god. So I'm slightly tired as well. Crikey. Off work, off work. You know what? I could just get my compass out and just look for bearings and this and that. Ugh. See? Where's the base? You know what? Listen to that 50 cal on that Humvee now. When you're either inside the vehicle or inside another, well, inside any vehicle, and hearing it going boom, boom, boom. You know, sounds nice. Also, the LEV sounds like a war drum. Um, You know what? I hope I hope that they have plans to bring possibly a Bradley or a BMP into the game. But, you know, we've got the LEV, we've got the BTR. You know, I know people are always saying, I want a tank, I want a tank. You know, we want this and want that, but me, I prefer playing slightly, just slightly vanilla. So keep it as raw as possible, teamwork involved. Right, let us get over there this time. I'm going to head that way. So the vehicle's despawned, so them supplies have lost. Yes, I know. I know. Folklore's probably thinking, God, Twisted, you've cost X amount of supply. Yep, that's usually me, by the way. You've cost us supplies and this and that. Well, right now I'm not taking it serious. As I said, I got a sore head. I was up early this morning, getting all the things I need to do out the way so I can come on here, chill out, have a laugh, have a joke, upset people, and just play a game. That's it. You know, I'm a bit competitive, if I'm honest. You know, I want the best. I don't play a game to lose. I play a game to win. However, I can still win even losing. Yeah, you're probably thinking, oh, how do you manage that? You're contradicting yourself. Well, the older you get, the wiser you get. So, live and learn. Oh, so I've had a shower. I'll tell you now, I'm an itch in my ear now because of water and soap. Uh, do I have fish and chips today or not, do you reckon? Fish and chips. So, oh, so you know what? Go up here, down there this time. Yeah, because coming out of that forest, I think. Hopefully some of the lads will be on in a bit when they've, done their stuff or they've gone to work and they're back either this afternoon or this evening. So yeah, so the server's called OSWS, and that stands for "Oh shit, we're soldiers." Like tongue in cheek, gents, tongue in cheek. I'm absolutely cream cackered. Really am. And I'm starting to get a bit peckish. However, I'm gonna crack on, get this done. Oh, so I'm capping. I'm capping. Well, smash a window. Hey, those frigging pensioners kicking balls through the frigging neighbours' windows, eh? Oh. Right. So we've captured that. I've got to go now over to that gun nest, because if I'm going to bring a vehicle down here, which I need to get the supplies, then I will need to clear that gun position. So let's maneuver up here. Yeah, so when you move up to the corner, yeah, one of you stands here while the other one maneuvers around. Okay. Oh. Oh. Where's he running to? See, even though I've capped it, it's not secure. So low and slow. Right. Right. So I know there's someone here. I can't seem to find. So what we're going to do? We're going to go over to that gun nest. Try and take them out. However, I'm still going to be on alert. So knowing my luck. Knowing my luck. I'll probably go in that house and be sat there in the toilet. With his kegs around his ankles and his gun in his hand. Yeah, Going to say hello to my little friend. Ah, Mr. Bond. Right. I should be here. I thought it was someone at the side of me then. It's the wind. See? See? Birds. Early warning system. Is there something there? There it is. There's one. There's two. Okay. Nothing on there. See, that's what you want to collect. And when it says information, it's got a United States flag on it. Yeah. So you can't pick up the gun. Yeah. So it makes it harder to collect things. Okay. So you are going to be with your gun, right? A lot longer. So pick up that. Okay. So look at this one. Nothing on him. So look what he's got. Yeah, he's got magazines. Yeah. Right, he's got a radio, right? Now, as you can see, I've got a backpack, right? So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to cash that in. Let's get some smoke. Let's get that. Let's get his. So look, oh, oh, no, can't get them. Like that. So I know I've got one to take care of back here. However, oh, let's reload. See, with you not being able to carry now, right? All the good guns and this and that, it's going to make it take it a bit slower now because putting the guns in the back of your vehicle, that means that you're going to have to carry hold security, secure the area. Well, one of you puts his gun away and starts collecting, harvesting, okay? Right. Down the beach. Okay. Let's have a look. See what that is. Okay. Ah, that's nice from the press there. That's all right, mate. That's okay. Yeah. That's what we're all wanting, is it? Just the best. Yeah. That's what we're wanting. Let's have a look. Um, So let's go back to here. This time we've cleared that there. I think we've still got one down there somewhere. I'll deal with him when he eventually decides to show himself. So I couldn't see him. So not much patience there. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go back to this. Get back to the base. See what I can access. I think I'll stop the stream, but I will be back late in a bit. I just want to grab something to eat because it's like, I don't know what time is it here. It's 1:30. I'll get something to eat, and what I'll do, I'm going to jump back on. And hopefully this time we'll go and get the truck. Even though I lost one with half full of supplies, but hey ho. I should have learned from that, and I have learned, and I will crack on again. But for now, oh, there's that gap. Yes. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to put a hospital in here as well. Oh, I don't need a hospital because we can get an ambulance. That's what we're going to do. Oh, turn the torch on. It's over here. And so I've currently got 20, okay? So cash that in. There's 40. Yeah, cash that in. 41. See? It's just the little things. 42. Cash that in. 43. Grenade. 45. Yeah. Only the little things. Yeah, just to increase. There's 49. Don't need that one. So that can be dropped in. This. Do I get anything for them? No. See? That. So you don't get anything at all for handing him ammunition. However, yeah, so this time I got that bag. Yeah, as I said, got a spanner. That spanner costs you absolutely zero. Okay, so I've got 2 grenades, 2 smokes, still 5 clips, 5 magazines. Let's go here. This time, let's put. Ah, no, let's have a look. No, we're gonna grab a scope. Yeah, let's put that in my top pocket. I have got the rang for a silencer here, but that's fine. Okay. But right, so I'm going to leave it there for now. What I'm going to do, I'll probably start off exactly where I am in the beginning again. I'm going to grab some lunch, and I will be around about half an hour. So stop the stream, and I'll see you in a bit, ladies and gentlemen.